So today I'm going to talk about what should a new CEO look for in the financials. And this question was sent to me last week, and it's a great question. I like to answer it. And I want to answer it not from a purely financial perspective, but looking from a complete overall picture of the business or the company. So remember, when you become the CEO, you are not the CFO. So you don't need to become an accountant. You need to have a good CEO. You need to have a great CEO that you can ask questions, you can set expectations, and that you can work together. But you don't want to be getting stuck into going line by line, asking budgetary questions, because that is micromanaging the CFO, and that's not keeping you focused on the overall strategy. Number two is you want to have a plan. You want to be looking at the financials within your strategic plan. So when you look at your financials and you don't have a plan, you're going to read the financials in a very different context than you have a plan. So the plan is like giving you the glasses to actually see things clearly. So if you look at a set of accounts without a plan, they may look completely bad, but then if you look at and provide the context and provide the plan overview, you could be heading towards where you want to be. So you want to look at the context of the financials within a plan. The third thing is, and this is when we start looking at the actual financials, is the first thing is to look at the balance sheet. And you want to build a fortress. And so building a fortress means building something that's going to be strong and that's be able to withstand any of the forces that come against it that's going to cause a problem. And the first three things I suggest to look at is your cash. Do you have enough cash? How long will that last? Your working capital. How is your working capital being managed? And thirdly, is your debt. When is debt being due? Are you going to be able to meet that debt? Fourthly, then you start looking at what is providing the customer's value. And that's generally going to be your sales and your cost of goods sold. So look at your sales and your cost of goods sold and then comparing it to your customer value proposition. And then lastly, what are the things that affect your expenses? That's your structure, your execution, and your culture. So having a look at these three things, how they're running efficiently, effectively, and how they're affecting the expenses. And remember to also, not just to have looking at the financials, but you want to have KPIs, which then link back to your plan. So you're getting a total view of the financials and the company. So this is what I would recommend a CEO to look for on the financials when they first take over.